Hello everyone! After unlocking water plants, the TI has gotten pretty slow. I think by sending a couple pressure rockets into the atmosphere, we could boost it by a lot again. So I suggest we do just that. Now let's see how many rockets we have laying about. We also need to fix our storage system, as it is a complete and utter mess. Alright, looks like we have 3 of them. Let's see, from memory, it was silicon, super alloy, and that's it, right? With the rocket engine. Specifically pressure, yes. We have 3 of them, we need 9 silicon. That could be fun, because I think I looted most of that on this starter island. Basic supplies really are not a thing, man, on Aqualis. You run out so quickly. I mean, no drilling allowed. It's hard to accumulate a lot of items. Well, silicon was something we needed more often, but I think with that... this starter island's officially out of both silicon and iron. But hey, let's make our 3 pressure rockets. Let's actually see how large of a spike it's gonna be. So let's say 8.8 million, right? It's pretty much there. Let's shoot up the rockets. Alright. There goes our massive pressure rocket. That doesn't look stable. Ooh, they're gonna land into the ocean. That happens more often. Let's see, from 8.8 we went to 22 pretty much. And the boost wasn't really that great. But alright, let's go sort all this out. So I want to have more tier 2 lockers. So we need a bunch of chips for that. However, I don't think we have... Well, we got 1. And I think that's literally... Never mind, actually we have a ton of them. What the heck? Well, wouldn't be the first time I'm blind as heck. Also won't be the last. I thought we didn't have any. So let's make a couple. Alright, I made this into my tier 3 resources box. I think I'm still going to use a regular locker, but the regular one is going to have all the zeolite. This is going to have all the other items, which is basically super alloy and osmium. This is my extension for the tier 2 resources. I think I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to keep all the aluminum into the regular tier 1 locker. Just to keep them kind of separated still. I also made a locker for sulfur as well as obsidian. I'm also making a box of stuff that I'm taking with me to Prime, mainly for the museum. We're also going to need a bigger box for all the quartz, but I think I'm just going to use a regular locker for that. Alright, I think with that we got everything sorted again, kinda. Let's see what we can do on this front. Of course, I would love for this thing to go up by a ton. It means I want to work on getting more super alloy rods. I think we can only make 1. But that's still 2 tier 5 drills. And if we pair that with the tier 2 machine optimizer, that should be quite a few more. So let's get some more pressure. And I don't think it's going to boost these, right? Let's see, they're at 54. Well, we're not going to see it anyway. Because we don't have the actual pressure things yet. So looking at our blueprints, we also are going to need to create some biomass. Meaning I really want to get the tree spreaders up as well, if we can. Looks like we can at least make 1. And we got this tree, which is like the only tree we found so far. But I think this is native to this planet and nothing else is. So let's go plant this somewhere. It isn't going to do a whole lot, and without a machine optimizer, it's definitely not going to do a lot. Actually, to be fair, without any optimization, that's pretty good. But we also don't have any oxygen rockets, stuff like that. And I think that's going to cost us super alloy, so yes. And also bark, which we technically don't have. Well, not without making a biodome. A tier 2 biodome at that. Well, we could try to make this, because I think we do have access to fertilizer. Yeah, we have a couple eggplants, which is enough for the 2. Alright, there we go. With that, we have access to the biodome. Now this generates bark, meaning if we can get some eggplant seeds, we can really start on making tree spreaders. Currently, though, it isn't doing a whole lot. Well, good news, we're over halfway with oxygen. Our breathable atmosphere, I should say. I'm looking at this, and the butterfly dome tier 3 does a lot, man. We don't have any fabric, we could make some. We don't have any tier 3 fertilizer either. But we can find that sometimes on islands, so let's hope that we find another one soon. Well, first we need a new island, of course. And there we go, our space rocket is returning. That means we can test out that pressure idea. I feel like I tried this before, seeing as I don't particularly do it. I doubt it works. Then again, on Prime I also have basically infinite resources, so I never really needed to. But alright, let's 54. Let's see if it goes up. And it's now at... It doesn't want to show me. Yeah, of course if Philippine wouldn't. There we go. Wait, it does work. It does boost them. Oh, well, that changes things drastically then. Because let's see, what do we need for explosive? I think it's just gun or sulfur and something else. Iridium, yeah. Now, sulfur we can actually get from that island over there, so that's gonna be decently easy. We have a bunch still. Iridium we have a ton of as well. Same with obsidian. Let's say we just buy a couple of these things. I say that's gonna be our next strategy. It doesn't require super alloy, so... Let's see. Buy 9 of them. Well, okay, 12, fine. Let's get the teleporter. Let's go over to our little sulfur island. See what we can find. Fish farm tier 2. Aqualis. Why does it specifically say Aqualis? I am not sure. Maybe because we unlock it on Aqualis? Because it doesn't say it in the building menu. Alright, sulfur, you're coming with me. The funny thing is, now that we're going to the breathable oxygen stage, you can actually see how close we are whenever. Because it takes less and less oxygen the farther we're into this stage. Less oxygen to breathe, that is. But now it's at 0.4. You can see that bottom left underneath the oxygen meter. It used to be 1.9, meaning we are getting pretty close. Alright, I think this is going to be enough for now. And we're finally back. It took so long, we went from 0.4 to 0.3. So, looking at it, I collected so much sulfur. We could make a ton of these things. I only got enough supplies for 4 of them now. And that's because I bought 12 of the pressure fuses. So that will only fill 4 of them. But it should go a lot faster. And we're almost at breathable atmosphere already. So let's see how much pressure, right? 44 mil. What we're currently at. Well, almost. Go collect our fuses. Put them all in. How much does one of these do now? Surprisingly, not that much. But this might not be as big of a spike as I hoped. Although looking at the GTI, that going pretty damn quick, alright. Right, 44 million NPA, I think it was. Yeah, okay, we went from 44 to 131 and a half. And we got animal multiplier fuses. And also we reached breathable atmosphere. Natural life is coming up next. It's still going decently fast. It's not going super fast. But we know how to change that now. That also means that there should probably be a new island coming in soon. My guess it's gonna be over there. Because it looks very empty in that spot. Same over there, actually, back there. But my guess is going to be over here. But it's probably going to take a little while for it to start popping up. And it usually did. Alright, I checked it out. We have enough for 3 more of those machines. So I was buying some more pressure multipliers. Wait, I hear something. It's shaking, but I don't see... where from? Am I going crazy? Maybe I am. There's nothing that popped up. And it's also stopped shaking. Maybe I just want this to happen too badly that I'm seeing things. I will admit, only being able to make 3 of these things, not as great as I thought it would be. I thought we could make a lot more, but guess not. You know what is kind of weird though? We reached the water plant stage a little while back. I don't see anything underwater. Like, sure, there's a bunch of coral and stuff, but that was its own separate thing. Oh. There's more shaking. Huh. Over there? There's a giant pillar popping out of the ground. It fits in very well. Why did that not pop out earlier, though? Let's go check that out. Alright, just to empty my inventory, I'm gonna place these machines down already. Oh, seems like stuff has grown on here. There's a bunch of trees now. It seems like our path starts somewhere over there. How the heck we're supposed to go to some of these other ones? I have no idea. Seems like the zeolite grew up. Then the question is, are there caves here or something like it? It doesn't seem like it's the case. Yeah, it didn't actually take anything from the earth. Yeah, all these nooks and crannies were already here. This looks completely different now. It's crazy. Alright, let's climb the vines. Let's see what is around here. So you're definitely supposed to get over to the other side. As I do see a climb there. Again, just jumping? Oh, I guess that does work. Thought we would plummet. There isn't much around here, though. How the heck are we supposed to get over there, though? Like, you could jump down here, realistically. Unless they want us to build all the way up. Yeah, I don't see any other way. Well, besides doing the unstuck button method, of course. Yeah, I guess you're supposed to either build over here or something like it. Well, there isn't anything something like it. I guess you're just supposed to build up here. You don't really have that many resources, so that's kind of annoying. Then let's see what's at the top of this middle one, because it goes really high. If there's anything, of course, because I doubt they expect you to walk up here, or to get up here. There's a singular tree. Yeah, there aren't even any climbs around on this one. Wait, is that a cosmic cord all the way up there? Same as on that pillar? Wonder if that means there's also going to be one on here. Yeah, this one doesn't have anything, not even a tree. Yeah, there is a bloody cosmic cord up here. Why? We're so high up we can't even see anything anymore. Well, I gotta admit, they look pretty cool, but again, nothing here. Anything underneath the water? You'd think it leaves a giant pit or something, but nope. Alright, I gotta say it. I really like the looks of Aqualis, but it really feels like it's been an afterthought. Because it only pops out islands over time. It doesn't, like, you know, melt ice away slowly or have anything intricate like that. It slowly evolves over time. There's no story to be found. There's no shipwrecks, no nothing except satellites. It's just a storage container. There's just not much on this planet or on this moon. And besides it looking cool as hell, all these places, and look unique, they also look very unique from one another. Aqualis is kind of a boring place, which is nuts for an endgame planet. But alright, the space rocket has returned. With it come a bunch of fuses. We went from 131 million to almost 200 million. Okay, yeah, natural life is basically the last one before we complete the terraformation here. In a way, that's kind of crazy to think about. So we're almost done on Aqualis. And I really feel like we haven't done that much. We got the interplanetary delivery depot. Build a delivery depot on a planet to receive every item of a certain type for exchange shuttles coming from other planets. Allows to set automation between planets. That could be really good, actually. Takes a ton of power. 450, man. But automation between planets isn't gonna be that bad then. Looking at it, Selenia has even less things that we can do. Funny enough, Clear Skies actually comes in later. Usually, like in Humble, for example, and in Prime. Is the first thing you unlock. Ooh, and it also has the Megadome. Selena's gonna be the next location we go to after Aqualis, which is glowing green for some reason. I'm not sure what the flip we're doing to this planet, but hey. With that, I'm gonna be leaving it off over here. I think what we'll do in the next episode is turn this into more of a livable space. I really hope there's another island that will pop up sometime soon, because I feel like it's gonna take a little while before we get to the animals, and then afterwards to completion. But hey, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye everyone.